The headline reads, Miss Universe allegedly dumped Tim Tebow because he refused to fuck. That is literally word for word what it says via Jezebel.com.
New York actually wrote it as he won't bone.
Oh, that's a good
choice of words.
New York Daily News, New York
It just
Post.
said it because as New York's, the cut simply put it, he won't bone.
So Tim Tebow is a headline-friendly character who used to throw footballs, or at least attempt to throw footballs for the Denver Broncos, and at one point had more wins in the playoffs than Tony Romo, which was one of my favorite statistics to reference ever, if you remember. He beat the Steelers in the wild card game. So the big news that's been around there is, and her name is Olivia Culpo, and my God, she is good looking.
Right? She is hot.
Shit. And I don't know, man, Tim Tebow, I give you a lot of credit. If you refuse to have sex with that.
There's a lot of people that I would trust with
temptation.
With certain patient challenges, and they are Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And Tim Tebow. Because Russell Wilson, as we know, and we will probably get into, has been born again in his views towards sexual involvement with Sierra, who happens to be fucking hot as well, but unbelievable. Great restraint and commitment to them, and I give full credit to that. But tell me more about Tebow.
TMZ Sports, another good friend of ours, a partner of ours, wrote that Tim Tebow and Olivia Culpo's sex was never an issue because they never dated.
Yeah, that's not surprising to me.
So it's true, did not have sex with ex-Miss Universe Olivia Culpo. I'm quoting directly from TMZ, but that didn't break them up because they weren't actually dating. TMZ Sports has learned. According to Multi reports, Tebow and Culpo split up recently due to Tim's commitment to abstinence. The story goes she wanted it, but he wasn't giving it up. But sources close to the situation tell us that Tebow and Culpo's romantic relationship never went beyond the rumor stage. We're told the chatter started after Olivia and Tim met in church a few months ago, and even though the reps denied it, a lot of people ran with it. Which brings up a very difficult conversation.
Yeah.
What the hell defines a relationship, especially between two people who share the headlines as much as Miss Universe and Tim Tebow?
Are we on Think Tank right now?
No, we're not on Think Tank. But this crosses over to Russell Wilson and Sierra as well, because that's legitimately a relationship, or are we going to find out that they never really dated, therefore they never really wanted to have sex?
Jason, so when two people like each other, the birds and the bees, they find a stalk and then it lands a baby on their porch. No, I'm joking. But what this does pose a question is I think more than anything is what is the journalistic value of running a story about a very handsome, very well-known, notable religious character is they're going to run it. The question isn't even a question. They're going to run it. Even if there is the slightest message in there about this being true, they're going to run it and they're going to blow up. And a lot of articles did blow it up to the magnitude that we expected to see it in front pages all around because it's Tim Tebow. It's someone who, for better or for worse, is going to get headlines. But a story like this puts him in two lights, right? And I definitely take the latter. They put him in the right of the red-blooded male. It's going to be, oh my God, this guy doesn't want to hit that. Jesus, look at her. She's hitting you. You're such a wimp, blah, blah, blah. The second light is girls are going to absolutely adore him even more so because his view of someone who is so patient and holds these values is definitely appealing to certain people. So it's a win-win for these media sources that are going to run this article. I personally don't see much truth in it. I don't see if there's anything to back it up, or rightly so, and it's no surprising to me that these articles are running it as a means to say, this is completely made up, blah, blah, blah. But either way, they're going to get a win-win out of it, and it is still a fun story to discuss and pose the question, like you mentioned, what defines a relationship?
I'm just saying, man, with these athletes, you never know. If they dated, they were holding hands. Is it Facebook official? Is it Instagram official? Is it Twitter official? Is it Snapchat official? Is it Pinterest official? There's so many goddamn outlets to make your relationships official. I haven't seen Tim Tebow and Olivia Culpo pop up in any get it? Because religion. Pop up in any pictures. But it also does carry over because the other part of this kind of story that we're talking with you here at our kind of new set, by the way. Is the Bill Parcells quarterback commandments, don't be a celebrity quarterback. Russell Wilson was kind of becoming a celebrity quarterback. He's already kind of became a celebrity quarterback. He won't have sex with Sierra, although they take a lot of great pictures together. And then he goes out and throws for 5 touchdowns against the Steelers, and I guess that locker room tiff, if it even was one, is another story very similar to this that I think was blown out of proportion.
And that's, okay, and
Maybe there's a 53-man roster in the NFL. Like, you can't love all 53 people.
It's the way that they portray this, former Miss Universe or Miss America.
Miss Universe.
She's now this dick-crazed, like girl who's only dating him for one thing. Like, it's so ridiculous.
She should hook up with J.R. Smith.
It's just like, oh, what does he say?
Trying to get the pipe?
Trying to get the pipe. And it's absurd because it's like, okay, well, if she did want that, it's still a pretty valuable reason. Many people, if you are in a relationship, sex is very important, so she has every right to have different beliefs.
Francis. Bottom line.
What is the bottom line?
No dating, no breakup, no boning. Be the judge, be the jury, down in the comments section. Were they dating? This is what I need to know. Hashtag yes, hashtag no. You can tag them. Francis Maxwell on Instagram, at Francis Maxwell TYT, at Francis Maxwell, well, fuck that, who cares? At JasonRubin91 on Twitter, and at JasonRubin91 on Instagram as well. And of course, at TYT Sports, we're also, we have a great channel page with a ton of playlists and everything that can go along with that. And we're on Watchable. Make sure to go check out Watchable.com.
Oh yeah, we are on Watchable.
You can see us, you can see many other TYT Young Turks related shows, Think Tank, which we mentioned, Nerd Alert, the main show.
We're all so watchable.